I got here, and it's time to talk about Oshi no Ko, fairy tale, cultists, romance, and everything in between. This was a pretty fun episode here. It felt like I was watching the majority of it, Oshi no Ko, but fairy tale, and after that, things escalated, to say the least. Height and bringing in some cultists. We finally find out what happened with the guild, but fun episode here. I really liked the pacing for it. But anyway, let's get into it and talk about it. It picks up straight from last week. We finally find out what exactly is fairy nail. Apparently, it's a guild of talent, like entertainment, actors, dancers, and so on. And it definitely reminded me a bit of Edalas. I'm still curious why they look so much as our main characters, the guild members. I don't know if we're gonna get an explanation, but who knows. But what I liked about this one, I feel like it gave some character development, especially to Gray and Juvia's relationship, and also Natsu and Lucy. But it pushed a bit the romance ahead, because throughout the series we didn't really get any of that between them, especially the main group there. And even Erza got a bit of that. But yeah, really fun episode, and I'm liking focusing a bit more on the characters. It feels to be kind of better on the character development side. The entire 100-year quest so far, getting crumbs and so on, pushing forward. But anyway, with this Fairy Nail Guild, we see Natsu is Naku, kind of like this Elvis asshole, and Lucy is his manager, Lucia. Apparently reveal later they're together and they bicker and also enjoy their alone time on the guild, fucking in the closet or whatever they are doing back there. Gray is kind of stripper, so he embraced his role here, fully in his talent. Juvina is a top dancer, and that brought in some nice confusion, misunderstandings there, and pretty fun moment later on. Wendy or Wendell is a child actor, Charlotte is an idol, Happy is just a cat. Poor guy, he lost this one. Levi and Gajel are married, like a comedy duo. Mira and Lisan are models, kind of normal a bit. Laxas and the others are in a rock band. So I was liking the Gilder, but it definitely made me think of Oshinoko, to say the least. And Elkia, as in the counterpart of Erza, kind of like a opposite of Erza a bit. She's very shy, timid, and she's an actress, like a mainline actress. They're saying she needs some help with her role based around love, and she has no experience with that. And of course, we have Erza offering to help, even though she was shy about Jalal. Some fun shenanigans here. I really liked the first part. Spending a bit of time with the characters doing random things feels very fairy tale like here. And also we have Elkis and Erza swapping places. Erza going on the stage, and let's just say Erza can fight, can support her friends, can do a lot of things, but she can't act. That was fun. Then they swap back there. I feel like the main focus here was mainly with Gray and Juvia, and him running into Juvina. And I feel like she did so much heavy weightlifting for Gray and Juvia's relationship. It's insane how much she did in this episode. She starts teasing him a bit. They spend some time around the town, and then they have a bit of a conversation, saying like the other Gray is also very dense, doesn't take interest in her, he's not there in the important moments, and this kind of strikes a nerve with Gray. But she knew, Juvina knew what she was doing there, thanks to Erza, because she spilled the beans on pretty much everybody in the guild. But I love this moment between them, and Gray finally realizes some things. Admits he likes Juvia, but he still feels guilty about what happened between them when they had that fight with the ice guy. I really can't remember the name of the ice guy from the Spriggan 12. Let me know in the comments below here, when they both wounded each other at the same time. This is why I'm saying you're missing so much if you haven't watched the original series, but he still feels really guilty about her having that wound, that scar on her. He feels like it was his fault there. and Juvia still loves him unconditionally so much. I do hope we're gonna get more development between them. Also, Lucy and Natu. Lucy kind of got a glimpse in the future when they're in the closet there. Erza also our own thoughts with Jelal, and I like that Juvina is like, hey, I'm gonna give you a bonus. I'm a top dancer, right? Everybody assumed she's a topless dancer and things like that, and she flashes him like he won. The dude won in that moment. He kind of got a dose of his own medicine getting every time he's flashing somebody, and Juvia flashing him there. But yeah, he admits, he finally makes the determination to himself, the promise. He's gonna be a good man for her and strong enough to protect her, referring to Juvia, of course, not Juvina here. And I like that moment even more after the revealed that Juvina and Gren, the other Grey, are actually together. And she knew everything about his situation thanks to Erza. But yeah, fun moments, all of the shenanigans with Fairy Nell. I feel like it was an interesting, very useful stop, so to say, along the road with the dragons for the relationship of the characters. But yeah, after this, the episode changes a bit. All of the shenanigans and so on, we kind of get back on track when they were in the train heading to the next town. Grey was thinking of Juvia, and she instantly shows up. Kind of, hey, what that mean behind him there saying her Greydar is very good, but something felt off. Now, my first impression, my first instinct was, wasn't she in the guild taken out by the white mage, but how is she here? And then I'm like, is this Toka disguised? I was like, Toka disguised as Juvia, or she's being controlled. But first thing I was thinking was, this is Toka being disguised, using her to get close to the other members to take away their magic, right? And even Grace sensed something was different about her when they asked her, hey, how is the guild? And she had this trauma reaction, like she couldn't remember properly here. And while they were out in town, she has a similar reaction to the same question, just saying, beware the white mage, and she faints. And I'm like, here, yeah, this is not Toka, this is Juvia. Something happened to all of them here. But before we get to that, we see a bit of big hurdle they're gonna have to get over. Because of two reasons, and I kind of like this, how they handle this one. The ground starts shaking everywhere, and kind of normal situation for the townspeople. They're the only one freaking out. I'm like, this is the dragon, right? The town is above the dragon, but I didn't expect it to be this big or this small, the town, so to say. Because the other town that we had with Merkphobia, the people are getting used to being fish, right? And I feel like we're gonna have a theme with the other dragons. And here, while it was shaking, it's revealed that this town is just on the hand of Aldoron, the wood dragon, like, and this guy is huge, like, holy shit, he's huge. I was expecting him to be big, but not this big. This is insane how big it is, and this is 1 out of 5 towns that are on his body here. But this is gonna be the problems, 2 of them. How are they gonna kill something this big? Because as much as Natsu can fight and burn and things like that, this is just too huge, all of them being shocked at seeing this. But also, I feel like the other thing is gonna be more important, is living well with the townspeople, the people on top of him. If you kill the dragon, what's gonna happen with the people? And Lucy brought it up a very good point. So is this gonna be another case of a good dragon? Natsu can't really process the information. He's either smash or can't compute. But it's gonna be interesting how they're gonna handle this one. Is Aldoron actually a good guy? What are those people? How did it happen? Of course, have a lot of questions after this episode. But here where it takes another very interesting turn. Because I have this creepy old guy showing up, like instantly he's creepy. Natsu felt something was off, and he starts giving them the tour on the town. This is that, so I've heard. You can definitely feel like it's in your face. Something is off about this dude. And he takes them to the church, and that church is revealed to be the white mage churches. So they're cultists. They're like a full-on cult on the town. They have this big dragon, their own romances to deal with. This episode had a lot of things into it, and then it's revealed there is the guild members. Like all of them have been brainwashed, mind control, taken over or something by the white mage there, and it's gonna be interesting. At least we find out what happened to them, but I don't know how they're gonna face each other, so to say, because how do you fight your own family? I'm really curious about this, and how did Juvia survive? How was she not fully taken over? But yeah, really fun episodes. Pretty much a build up to the next things. The majority of it felt like I was watching Oshi no Ko. I'm really curious what you guys think about that part, and also with Alderon and the White Mage cultists. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot. You guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Fairy Tail. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.